Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you another episode of breaking news. It's been a long time since the last one, but the last breaking news episode I actually talked about the first set of Heroes Reborn tie-ins. And in this episode I'm talking about the second month. They've solicited all of the tie-ins and issues of Heroes Reborn now, and they also revealed some of the new covers. I'd suggest you check out that first video, if you haven't already, just to get some more context. So Heroes Reborn is coming this May, and it's going to be written by Jason Aaron, with art by Ed McGuinness. Jason Aaron is the writer on Avengers right now. Avengers is supposed to be leading into this event pretty strongly. Lately we've been getting this story arc called Enter the Phoenix, where the Phoenix Force, who's this powerful cosmic entity, has come to Earth to find a new host. Members of the Avengers and other heroes on Earth have been fighting each other in this tournament to decide who's going to be the next Phoenix host. Some heroes are trying to win, not because they want the Phoenix, but more because they don't want other people to have the Phoenix. Enter the Phoenix has been going for 4 issues of Avengers so far, and the big finale is coming in April. And that should somehow lead into Heroes Reborn. Basically, the idea behind this event is that it's basically set in a world without Avengers, or without any of the heroes that we all know. And all of these origin stories that all the different characters have just never happened. Peter Parker was never bitten by the radioactive spider, so he's just taking pictures for the Daily Bugle. Iron Man never went into that cave and built his suit. Captain America never took the super soldier serum, and so on. All of these heroes never came to be, but there are heroes. They're called the Squadron Supreme of America, and they're basically the equivalent of the Avengers in this universe without Avengers. We've actually been seeing the Squadron Supreme in Jason Aaron's run quite a lot. Basically, they're a team of heroes who have been hired by the US, and they have like their own reality show that follows them around as they fight crime. But in this Heroes Reborn universe, we're seeing them take center stage. The Squadron Supreme of America is actually a lot like the Justice League from DC Comics. It's very strangely, like, really similar to the Justice League. I don't know how intentional that was supposed to be, but like even some of these characters, Hyperion is basically the leader of the team, and it seems like he's going to be a big deal in Heroes Reborn. He's a lot like Superman, kind of the same costume. He's a big, strong guy. I'm blanking on her name, but this Wonder Woman type character, like sort of a similar costume. I think she even like grew up on an island, just like Wonder Woman. But I'm actually interested to see like what's different about this team and what makes them unique from the Avengers, because this is supposed to be a world that's very different from the one that we regularly see in comics. One thing I like definitely about Heroes Reborn so far is that it's turning out to be a lot smaller than a lot of events Marvel has been doing so far. Now that the full event is completely announced, we know that there's going to be a 7-issue series that's just the core Heroes Reborn series, and then a one-shot to finish everything off called Heroes Return #1, which was just announced, and then 10 different one-shot tie-ins. So that's like about 18 issues in total. It's a lot smaller than King in Black, Empire, War of the Realms, all of these huge Marvel events that have been going on lately. Now that I've given you guys the lowdown, let's look at these new covers and tie-ins that have been announced. So first let's look at these covers for issues 5, 6, and 7, then I'll show you guys the Heroes Return one-shot cover. All of these covers are connecting, which is super cool. I'm not sure if issues 4 and 5 have connecting covers because those were announced at different times. I'm guessing yes, so I like to see that sometimes. It's always fun once you've collected the whole series to like line them up and see the full image. But these covers by Leinil Francis Yu, who's been also doing the covers for Avengers. Here we see on these covers for issues 5, 6, and 7, a few members of the Squadron Supreme of America. This might actually be the whole lineup, but you see what I'm saying? Power Princess is her name, a lot like Wonder Woman. This is Nighthawk, sort of a Batman-type character. Then we've got the magic user, Dr. Spectrum, I believe is his name. Hyperion, and their speedster character. I'm sure we're all gonna, once Heroes Reborn comes out, everyone's gonna be more familiar with these characters. I'm blanking on their names just because none of them have been a very big part of comics yet, but they'll be getting their spotlight in Heroes Reborn. For the cover of Heroes Return, we see the regular Avengers fighting back. Probably the original Avengers are going to be remembering that there was something that came before, And it'll probably be like sort of a rebel type idea where they fight back and have to defeat the Squadron Supreme of America. There's the full connecting covers for issues 5 through 7 and Heroes Return #1. Yeah, so that's just the Squadron Supreme going against the original Avengers. Alright, and now let's go over these new tie-ins that they've announced. First off, we've got American Knights #1. This is written by Paul Greist. He's been doing the Union series at Marvel, which was like a British team that came together for King in Black. Art by Christopher Allen, and this cover here is by Chris Sprouse. This is like sort of a Marvel Knight spin-off, it's seeming. That was sort of an event that affected a lot of Marvel titles in the late 1990s. So we're getting these heroes with like a darker side to them. So the Nighthawk, who is one of the members of the Squadron Supreme, Luke Cage, which it seems in this universe he's like a police detective, and then Daredevil with an S on his chest. Alright, next we've got Night-Gwen, #1. This is of course some sort of Spider-Gwen / Batman mix-up. That's what we're seeing with a lot of these Heroes Reborn tie-ins, is that they're bringing some of the qualities and ideas from certain characters and then also having them be inspired by the Squadron Supreme and having like similar costumes, similar names. It's a lot like how there's so many younger heroes going by the same names as older heroes, like Miles Morales taking on the mantle of Spider-Man, or Riri Williams Ironheart taking on the mantle of Iron Man. In this universe, Gwen Stacy is inspired by Nighthawk, and this one-shot is going to be written by Vita Ayala with art by Farid Kamari, and the cover is by David Nakayama. Alright, next up is Marvel Double Action #1. In the old Mighty Marvel manner, they used to release a bunch of titles where they had a couple stories in one. They would introduce a bunch of new heroes, but like anthologies like that. It seems like we're getting something in that style with this one-shot. I like this cover that's like an homage to the Spider-Man issue where Green Goblin kills Gwen Stacy. But this is written by Tim Seeley with art by Dan Jurgens. By the description, I think we're just getting some backstory for some of the members of the Squadron Supreme. Alright, and then we've got Squadron Savage #1. This is a very interesting one. I like this cover here. Right now, Marvel is publishing a series called Savage Avengers, which is basically a group of heroes, but they're like the most, savage and brutal. So we've got like Punisher, Conan the Barbarian, Elektra, all of these like assassins and trained killers. So I like what they're doing here. If you think about it, this is basically the exact equivalent of Savage Avengers, since the Squadron Supreme are the main heroes, or the main hero team in this universe. They're the Squadron Savage instead of Savage Avengers. That one-shot's going to be written by Ethan Sachs with art by Luca Pisari, and the cover is by Steven Segovia. Alright, and then lastly we've got Weapon X and Final Flight #1. It seems like this is the Heroes Reborn universe's equivalent of Weapon X and Alpha Flight. If you don't know, Alpha Flight is a Canadian group of heroes, and Weapon X is the program that gave Wolverine his adamantium skeleton. So here we have like a mashup of those two things, but in the Heroes Reborn universe, we've got a version of Sasquatch, Wolverine, of course, some sort of like Doctor Strange character, which is weird, and then some sort of Canadian soldier. This tie-in looks pretty cool. That's a great cover by Tony Daniel, and this is written by Ed Brisson, who wrote Old Man Logan for a while, so he has some Wolverine experience for sure. And art is by Roland Boshi. So that's all of the new tie-ins that they announced. Now we've covered this whole event between two videos. Like I said, make sure to check out that last one if you haven't already. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I know it's pretty daring of Marvel to make their main event just be this completely new universe. Some of these tie-ins do look pretty cool, but I think most likely I'm probably just going to be getting the main event, all 8 issues of it. Maybe some of the tie-ins, if they look interesting, if they have good reviews, I'll try some stuff out. But yeah, that's Heroes Reborn. It's starting this May and ending in June, just a short little Marvel mini event to hold us over until whatever the next event is going to be. But I really like how they're minimalizing here and not coming out with too many unnecessary tie-ins. Let me know what you guys think of Heroes Reborn down in the comment section below. What's your opinion on it? Do you like that it's a smaller event? What do you think of this new universe? And let me know what issues you're planning on getting. Before we go, make sure to subscribe. It's a big red button right below this video, and right next to it is the notifications bell. If you hit that, then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video if you don't want to miss any. So that's everything from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye, guys.